Hi everybody, my name's Nicholas and welcome to my Central Ohio Zone 6B garden. Today we're going to do something a little less strenuous because my recent projects have made me a little bit sore. So today we're going to be right here at the front of the greenhouse and we're going to put a garland around the front door. And it's not just going to be some little tiny garland, it's going to be a garland. Like, I want it to trail on the ground. I want it to kind of like drape in the middle. It's going to be really pretty. And I have, I think, some really cool stuff to like do this project with. And we're going to also add some lights to these wreaths, get rid of this little dead planter thing in front. So we're just going to like really focus on the door of the greenhouse. And as a reminder, the greenhouse was built by my uncle and I. Started in the fall of 2020, finished in the fall of 2021. It's not large, but it allows me to do all the seeds that I want to do in the spring, and I get to decorate it for the holidays. And it's just a beautiful part of my garden. So let me just turn the camera around, show you the area, and show you what I have to go for this garland. This is the greenhouse, and if you guys are ever interested in the blueprint of this greenhouse, I actually purchased the blueprint on Etsy, and I always have that blueprint or the link in my video description. I believe that the blueprint says that the greenhouse is 8 by 10, but I think that we built mine a little bit bigger than that. Not a lot, but a little bit bigger than that. So what I would like to do is add a garland, but I don't want to block the lights that I used to frame the greenhouse. I think what I'm going to do is put it in like this clear, like the polycarbonate spot. I mean, the scallop lights are going to block it a little bit, but not very much. And then I'm going to do like a cluster of things in one of the corners. I don't know. And then I want it to kind of like just hit the ground. I don't want it to like stop. I kind of just want like that overflowing, abundant look. And then I'm going to take this plant out. I probably will leave the planter in the obelisk just because I like the structure of it. And what else? I think I maybe need to raise the wreaths a little bit. Who knows? The opportunities are endless today. We're just going to beautify this area. I had mentioned to my mom that I think I want to do a garland on the front of the greenhouse around the door, and that's really all we talked about. Like we didn't talk about, I didn't make a plan. I didn't say that for sure I was going to do it, but she messaged me and was like, I bought you some garland. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Well, she gave it to me the other day and she got a lot. She said she got it on Temu. It looks good to me, and I will see if I can get her to send me the links in case you guys want these as well. I think that they're pretty, and I think that they're going to be really pretty together, especially because she got so many. So she got these that are, I think they're supposed to look like the Norfolk Pine. And there's, I don't know, I'm going to have to count them, how many there are. And then she got a bunch of these. I think these are supposed to look like cedar. And there's just so many that it's going to be so full. But I want to unspool these real quick so that we can both see kind of like what one garland looks like, and then see how many we're going to put together. But before we do that, I wanted to show you what else I had. So I got this ribbon on Amazon, and it's like a camel color, and I thought it would go well with the kind of like woodland theme that I have going in the greenhouse. And then I got these bells on Amazon. They're metal and they're really pretty, but they were like not that expensive, so I'm really happy with like the cost of them and how they look. I also have some like wire to hang the garland with and some cup hooks. What else? I have some lights for the wreaths. I have some of these to cut the wire. And then I found a strand of lights just in my like basement. And I don't know that I'll put lights on the garland, but we might weave a little bit in, and some batteries for the lights. I believe each strand or each garland is 6 feet long, and it like has, I mean, it's not like the thickest garland, but it has some movement to it, but it's gonna be up to like how much she got, because she got so many. So that's what the Norfolk Pine looks like. And let's see how many she got. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this garland, it has like a lot of draping to it. So there's 1, 8. So she got 4 of these Norfolk Pine garlands and 8 of these ones. So I think that's going to make a pretty nice wreath. Now, if I need any other bulk, I do have another wreath, but I just don't know if I don't really want to work it in, but I can show you it real quick. It's just an old wreath, or not wreath. It's just an old garland that I have. Here's this one, and it has a bunch of lights wrapped around it. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna see how it looks if we just do these, and I think that it'll be fine. That breeze is a little bit cold. All right, let's put the cup hooks up there, because like I said, I want it to be like this, kind of at the top, and then fall down like that, instead of it just being like a square. Let's get rid of this before we go too much farther, so we don't have to look at this thing. I ended up doing 5 cup hooks. So there's 1 there, 1 at the very top of the door, and then 1 over there. And then I also did 1 on either side of the door, like about halfway down. So there and there. Just so that the pieces that are over here aren't like flying, you know, back and forth. I'm going to start with these ones just because there's more of them, so it can create the bulk of it. And then I'll probably work these in towards the top or the outside, depending on how you look at that. But I think it's going to be a beautiful mixture. And then when you add the ribbon and the bells together, that's going to be beautiful. Hi. Hi, Mango. Hi, Mango Kitty. Are you hungry? Yeah? Have you been sleeping in your house that I put back there? Huh? Have you been sleeping in the house that I put up for you? Huh, buddy? Yeah, you're a good boy. So there's this cat cave that I made like years ago that I don't really think any cat I've ever had outside has enjoyed. But then I do have this one that I got, and it has like a little tiny heated blanket on the inside. I don't know. I think that he has been using it because there's a clear flap that's like flipped inside. So that makes me feel good, at least that it's being used. Hopefully not by a raccoon. This is what it looks like right now with just that one type of garland. So there's 8 on there, 8 6-foot long pieces, and they're dragging the ground like I wanted to. So now I'm gonna put the darker one over top, and I'll probably just have to start in the middle and do 1 and then 2, 3, and then 4. And I think it's gonna look really good. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. Oh, I love it. I'm not gonna add lights to it. I just don't think it's necessary because it'll kind of blur the lines of the scallops on the top and also how I frame the greenhouse. I feel like if I add lights to it, it'll look like from far away, it won't look right. I don't know, but I am going to add lights to these wreaths because I think that that's gonna like make sense, because if you're standing far away, they're going to be circles, so you would know that they are wreaths. And So I'm going to take these down, and then I'm going to shorten the twine too that I have them hanging from, so that they're a little bit higher, and then we can add the lights and then hang them back up. And then we have to decide, I'm probably feeling maybe this corner, I'm not sure, but I want to do a bow with some tails, or no, I don't know. Well, I haven't figured it out if I want to do it on the side or in the middle. Probably the side, just because underneath the bow I want to hang the bells. So yeah, I don't know. I got to think of where I want it to be, but I know that I want to use them. I think I might have a small change of plans. So I think that if I add a bow in one of the corners and then have the bells hang down, it might not give me what I'm wanting because the wreaths are so close. So what I think I might actually do is make a bow for the bottom of the wreaths and have some longer tails, and then just hang the bells on one of the sides. Yeah, I mean, I think that it would look fine with the ribbon and the bells on one side. It doesn't need to match on both sides, but the issue is with the wreaths. Now I could take the wreaths down, but I don't really want to do that because I like them. I like the wreaths, and I don't mind that one is frosted and then the wreath is frosted and then the garland is not. That's I do not care one bit. I think it looks beautiful as it is. I just think the combination of everything, and then the bow in the corner and the bells in the corner, might not give me what I'm wanting. So I'm going to try the bows on the wreaths and go from there. And I'm just going to do a simple bow. I don't want to do like a bunch of different loops, but I do want long tails on my bow. Yeah, I just double checked and it's gonna be fine. But before I finish the knot on this bow, I'm gonna add a piece of wire to the back so I can adhere it to the wreath. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love when things come together. It did change a little bit from what I initially thought I was going to do, but I love it all the same. Ooh, look at that. It's very woodland, so it matches my greenhouse tree a lot. The color scheme, the bells. Oh gosh, those bells are beautiful. Look at those. They have like wooden pieces in there, and I love the color of this ribbon. It looks a little pink on screen, but it's not. It's like a khaki, so it just goes very well with this whole look. And then I put a little basket of pine cones down there just because I needed something, because I moved my little garden flag just because I felt like it was, I don't know, not the right look. But wow, do I love that. Oh, this was a really nice kind of like change of pace video. My last few videos, I felt like I've been like, there's a lot to do. So I have to like kind of speed through it for you, like edit it so that it's like you get the whole thing, but it's not like detailed. But when I have projects like this, when I'm in one area, I get to show you maybe a little bit more detail and do some more angles and stuff with the camera. So hopefully this is looking as beautiful to you as it is to me. I love it so much. I've never done a garland on the greenhouse door, and I think we will be doing that every year from now on. And now the greenhouse looks great. Like it, you know, we did those cone trees, so like it just stretched the decorations out across like the greenhouse, and it just looks, it looks so good. But stick around to the end of the video, because as you guys know, I always add photos from the project that I did in that video, and I'm going to come out when it gets a little darker and take some pictures for you guys so that you can see the lights and the garland and the whole, you get the whole thing. So stick around for those. But I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you very soon. Keep learning and keep growing.